Hey there, hi there, ho there. Welcome everybody to another episode on the Project Hydra Minecraft server. My name is Fandoland, and it is a pleasure to have you all aboard. Look at this cat right here. It's Milo, President Milo. And not just any president, a rare president and a rattling president. I created a custom texture pack for Milo here. It matches his skin almost perfectly. I couldn't figure out how to do the asymmetry on his right front paw, but everything else is pretty accurate. Look at him, he's so cute. Today is a very big day on the server, because I was just informed that the city-state of Hydra has obtained their 4th resource right, which means we are no longer tied for first place. So let's get together with the other members of our city-state and formulate a plan on how to catch up. So the meeting went a lot more chaotic than I ever expected. Firstly, everyone started to build chairs that eventually grew so tall that we had to remove the ceiling to accommodate them. Next, as we were discussing potential laws for our lands, we had some visitors. Puntek from Into the Abyss, and Rytro from the state of Patrico. These two kept unaliving our vice president, Falling Sheep, as we were trying to legislate. Perhaps openly sharing to the entire server the time and location of our state meeting by the vice president himself wasn't the best idea. So now we have 2 states on our international watch list before we've even passed our first law. Pun and Rytro continued to collect heads of our vice president for the remainder of the meeting. Eventually, we agreed that Milo will remain our president, Falling Sheep remains vice president and would be in charge of the Department of the Environment, Bonded Salt remains our representative and ambassador in the event of any United Nations-style organization forming. Ford Fungus has been named Secretary of Defense and Agriculture, in charge of spawn-proofing our lands and providing food to our citizens. I have been named Speaker for the President and Secretary of State, which I'm partially unsure of what that entails, but it sounds cool. Each of us suggested laws to enact, and after discussion we enacted 5 laws to the land. Number 1. There is to be a steady supply of food for all citizens at all times. Number 2. Always obey the president, Mr. Milo. Number 3. Falling Sheep legally exists within the Northwest Territories. Now, if you're not following Falling Sheep's episodes, which you should definitely check out his content, Falling Sheep has previously landed himself into legal trouble after attempting to recover some diamonds that were stolen from him. Long story short, he had to sign a contract with Rytro stating that he legally does not exist. And as of the formation of the Northwest Territories, we have enacted this law to protect Sheep as he is a valuable citizen and a defeasible vice president. Law number 4. 20% of all income in the Northwest Territories shall go directly to President Milo. And finally, law number 5. Everyone is welcome within the Northwest Territories as long as they follow our laws. We also found out that the city-state of Hydra has built the server a town hall structure, earning them a new resource selling right. We, as the Northwest Territories, agreed to take on the challenge of building a transportation hub beneath the city hall, and connecting it to our government center, which we've named here in the Woodland Mansion. Once we do this, we'll get a new selling right of our own to tie the leader. That was a pretty interesting meeting. Let's get back to the oil rig. Well, that was fun. We are back at the oil rig, and I have installed a sheep farm on top of my storage system here. And right now, each sheep is producing magenta wool. And I need pretty much all the magenta wool on the server. This is 10 shulkers of magenta wool. And I've had to call in favors from everyone I know to get their wool, magenta dye, bone meal for more magenta dye. I kind of owe some people some favors. And it's raining on the server again. It's always raining on the server. For my first map of the season, I'm going to create something with, dare I say, infinite applications. Let's get started on that time lapse. That is one pink square. It should align with one of these maps. Oh, I like this. I like this a lot. And now I have a green screen. It's actually a pink screen, but it can have the same effect. I want to show you all at home one more thing you can do with specifically the magenta infinity screen. Before I joined the Project Hydra server, I ran a survival world of my very own where I made racetracks and other minigames for myself and my friends to play with. And I used the same technology of infinity screens right here. This is a fake nether portal. And what I did was I took the infinity screens and put them inside an obsidian frame. And then when you pass through it, you're instantly transported into the nether. No editing, no special effects, just a trick little infinity screen. Nether, overworld. Nether, overworld. And now that I've brought the infinity screen to Project Hydra, we can do that on the server. I'm over at Bonded Salt Space, and he has a nether portal just over this hill in the woods. So I'm going to deactivate his portal real quick. Hopefully that doesn't mess him up too much. And then I'm going to put some fence gates right here. I'm going to open all the fence gates, so if he walks into it, he can just pass through like normal. But then I'm going to take some item frames, take our little maps, and boom. He has a glitched out nether portal. One that he can walk straight through. How's this for a screenshot? I might be able to sell these in our new shopping district in the Woodland Mansion. I wonder how much I could sell these for. The next infinity screen I want to make is a black one. One good for bottomless pits and other things, which means I'm going to have to take care of all this magenta, re-dye it, and place it back. Oh boy. I discovered something really interesting. Instead of using black wool, I can create black concrete powder at a much more efficient rate. If I were to do this with wool, it would take one piece of dye to create one block, but I can make 8 blocks using one piece of dye if I use concrete powder. And the map looks spectacular. Look at that. And now we can combine this with our magenta map and get a really cool effect. Anyone who's ever attempted to create a texture pack in Minecraft knows the dreaded 4 square pattern of magenta and black. So I'm thinking we take these magenta and black maps and replace people's paintings in their bases, making them think that they have a texture error. Let's play some pranks. And that. Yoru's secret door here is now glitched out a little bit. I've also made some of his more valuable blocks missing in texture as well. For my third and final infinity map of the day, I'm going to enlist some help. I got this idea from watching an episode of Grian's season 6 of Hermitcraft, where he built snowmen on a existing map, and he used leads to drag them around on the server, and he was able to cover the entire map within minutes. I'm going to try the same thing, and I hope I can do it before it starts raining. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Everyone to me. Don't jump off the side. Okay, here we go. that went a lot faster than placing blocks, let me tell you. Unfortunately for these guys, I can't really set them free because they will just shoot snowballs at creepers and just blow up the whole platform. So I'm sorry guys, but I will do the humane thing and give you a sailor's farewell. I got like all the snow back. That's great. Alright, time to see how well this map turned out, because there's a ton of snow here now. There's a couple extra white flakes at the top. I gotta see what that's about. Hey, Sai.
Hey, Fanda, this is massive. I was not expecting this when I flew over.
You just missed it. I was dragging snowmen all over this place.
That's awesome.
I gotta check this upper right corner real quick.
And here and here.
If I just do that, does that fix it?
I doubt it. It's like a higher layer, right? So that would...
No, the funny thing is, a layer of snow and a block of snow are the same on a map. Check it out. I fixed it.
That is ridiculous. Okay, well,
yeah.
Fair play, I guess.
Now, a white infinity screen can be used for a lot of purposes, just like the other colors, of course. But I'm going to use this one to create a maze over in Fandoland for people to go into, kind of like one of those mirror mazes that they have in carnivals. They make you think that you're going in the right direction, and then you hit your face against the mirror because you got too close to it, but you didn't see it coming because they're fooling with your perspective and everything like that. And now that we got a nice white layer, I am ready to get started on making some cards. But that'll have to wait till next episode. So I hope you all really enjoyed watching this episode as much as I enjoyed making it. I want to thank you very, very much for watching, for liking, subscribing, and all that good stuff. And I will see you in the next episode. Bye for now. Why is it always raining on this server?
Pay for it. Go ahead, do it. It's a rule now. You have to do it. Can we make people pay for spying on us?
Whoa!
Actually, struggle here. If people want to spy on us, they have to pay for it.
Was that Ford's or Ritro's totem that popped?
I think that was Ritro's totem.
Oh,
That's the closest I've ever seen Ritro to dying.